Rigging is not winning an election. If you do your work well, if your people have seen what you have done, they will vote for you. If I happen to be the president of this country tomorrow, agriculture will be the highest in my budget.
Hello and welcome to Conversations Over Coffee on Green Growth TV. This is a program where we have real and engaging conversations. I am your host, Divine Alex, and today I am joined by a member representing Aba North constituency in Abia State House of Assembly, Honorable Aaron Uzodike. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Politics is a tough arena, and not everybody or anybody can just turn out to be a politician or venture into politics. Now, what inspired you into politics, and what are the key things that have shaped your approach into leadership?
Thank you very much. First of all, power belongs to God, and leadership is a gift from God. You cannot be anything if you don't have the back of or the support of the Almighty God. That is number one. Then, personally, I was a class prefect, a member of the Students' Union government. In my area, a community leader, a youth leader. So I've always seen myself in the leadership positions, no matter the level. Even in primary school, I was a class monitor in my primary 5 and primary 6. Then from there, I was elected a councillor representing my ward in Aba North. I was also appointed a supervisor for agriculture and education. From there, I now moved to the House of Assembly of Abia State, a ranking member because this is my second tenure in the Abia State House of Assembly. So people politics is really very tough, depending on the way you play it. If you are elected or being appointed into the position and you do your work, what you are supposed to do, it won't be tough like that.
Okay.
People will see what you have done and ask you to continue. Forget the rigging of elections and others.
Okay.
If you do well, your people will support you and you continue to grow from one strength to the other. So, why we see it as being difficult is when you did not do what you're supposed to do. You promised people, you made election promises, campaign when you were on your campaign ground.
Yes.
You promised a lot of things. At the end of the 4 years, you will do nothing. It will become difficult for people to accept you. Definitely, people must vote for you. Even if you want to rig election, you don't rig election when you are not popular. You can only rig election where you are popular.
So are you, agreeing to rigging elections?
No, that is what people see as politics being tough.
Okay.
What do I do to win election? But rigging is not winning election. If you do your work well, if your people have seen what you have done, they will vote for you. Okay. And it becomes very easy and simple for you.
Okay, now let's look at, into Nigerian politics right now. Now, with the current state of Nigeria and everything, and you being in the system, do you think Nigerian politics is, truly driving positive change in the society and our economics, or do you think that we are running around in circles of unfulfilled promises?
We are not running around the circle of promises.
Okay.
Government continue. This president will come and do one or two things. Another one will come and continue from where that person stops. actually, we have not gotten it all right. As of today, you can't say that Nigeria is perfect or that the government is so perfect. But I know that where we were before this government is not where we are today.
Okay.
The present government has made one or two things. I came into Abuja 3 days ago and I've moved around. You can see that Abuja is changing. A lot of constructions are going on here. A lot of things are being done to improve, especially in the infrastructure.
Okay.
Federal government has been dishing money to states. So many states are now receiving a lot of funds to develop in their area.
Okay.
Even though we can say that Nigerian masses are suffering, but we can't say that we are stagnant economically and otherwise in the state. We are growing from one point to the other. You cannot compare Nigeria today with America. Yes, because they were far before us. We are just trying to develop from one point to the other. That's what I want to say about that. You can't say that Nigeria is running around the
circular non-profit promises.
Yes.
Even though most people will not agree with you, because if you talk about general things that is happening outside, right? People will tell you that, oh, so and so time we had things easy. I'm not saying that there's no development or anything, but in their own view, they could afford maybe a bag of water, sachet water. They could afford, it does not really take so much for you to be able to hold your home together, but that's not really why we are here, right? Now, let's now go into you.
Okay.
What's rumor or misconception out there about politicians that you've heard and you think is not true and you would like to debunk?
Yeah. Number one is arrogancy. Every politician is not arrogant.
Okay.
There are good politicians. There are politicians that will follow things the way it's supposed to be. Due process. There are ministers today that will give you job according to the procedures. I'm not saying that everybody is perfect, but I want to say that the way the masses are seeing politicians as armed robbers, rogues, they are there to make away with our money, is not the same for everybody. Every human being is different from the other, depending on whom you are. There are political leaders, we know that they are very transparent. Whatever is due for A, they will give it to A. So I want to say that all politicians are not arrogant.
Okay. Now, aside arrogance, are you also saying this from your perspective or from what you've seen with other politicians that you must have known or you've one time worked with or come across? Like, is it something you're personalizing that you are not arrogant, or you're just saying?
Yes, I will start from myself, and I don't think I'm the only politician that is not arrogant or that is not disciplined.
How do you know?
Yes, I have contact with many politicians that are really good ones who are honest and transparent.
Okay.
That is why I'm saying that it's not everybody.
Okay.
But actually, there are some politicians that cannot do what is right. Okay.
Now let's move to the next question, which is, if you weren't into politics today, if you're not into politics, you're not a politician, you're not a member representing Aba North constituency in Abia State House of Assembly, what other unexpected career do you think you'd be into today?
Well, I think I would have been teaching in school because I love teaching.
Okay.
As an educationist, I love going to school, teach the children and even the adults. Apart from that, I will go into agriculture, full agriculture.
Why? Why agriculture?
Well, even as a politician, there are needs and reason for all of us in this country to go into agriculture.
Can you give us one or two things?
Food
Okay.
production.
All right.
We need to produce enough food for our families and also the ones who can send to others to eat. It is very, very important in this country. Then, down the place I come from, the southeast, we can produce palm oil in tons. And you know the importance of palm oil in every sector. If we engage ourselves in agriculture, we will not be hungry. A lot of Nigerians are hungry because we are lazy. We don't want to go to farm and do our work, even though people are being scared of going to farm for what is happening in our bush, maybe especially this area. But agriculture is very, very important.
Okay.
Agriculture is one of the areas I will advise the federal government to look into. If I happens to be the president of this country tomorrow, agriculture will be the highest in my budget. And I will definitely ensure that we'll move into mechanized agriculture to produce enough foods in this country.
Okay, now that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the final question. Last but not the least. Okay, so in your daily routine, right, what do you do on your normal daily routine that people do not expect a politician to do?
Well, I can say that personally, my gate is always open.
Okay.
My doors are always open. I can come to work before my clerks and all that. I will do the necessary things and not to see myself as the organ because they are not there. And sometimes it surprises my subordinates that our organ is doing these things, not minding. Then people will also always expect me to come out with policemen, security men, and all that. I don't go with security men. Sometimes my driver is not feeling fine, I go my way. Sometimes if I discover that he overworked himself, I'll ask him to enter, I will drive him until when he recovered himself. So sometimes it surprises people that you behave out of what other politicians
do. Yeah.
You totally change the scenario. We are all human beings. One day I will leave my position and go back to the society. So if I don't associate with them that way, I won't be able to associate with them after my tenure in the office. So sometimes these are the things I do that surprises others from, well, how come this politician is behaving like this? I bet you, even in the community, I joined them in sweeping the roads.
Oh, during sanitation.
During sanitations.
Wow.
I joined them, make calls and asked them. So everybody is different from the others. So as a politician, I don't see that position. I don't see it as anything because it has a tenor. When one day you go back to the society.
Okay.
So I manage my society
well. Okay. That's a wrap on this episode of Conversations Over Coffee. A big thank you to Honorable Aaron Uzodike for sharing these insights. I hope this conversation sparked some thoughts and left you with something. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. Until next time, keep the conversations brewing. I am Divine Alex.